What's going on?
Man, let me tell you something, man. See, this is what I'm talking about, Kwame. This is why I listen to a brother like you. You bring a level to this thing. The hell you doing kissing a white man's hand? You know what? If you kiss his hand, you'll kiss his ass too. And I'm going to tell you something. You can put Clorox, Pine Sol down your throat. In another couple of hours, your breath's going to still be smelling like ass. I keep telling these people, it don't take that much. It don't take that
goddamn much. Yeah, shout out to my man. Shout out to my man.
That man, my man, he might not make it first 15 minutes of the live.
JB, you got a new name? No, I ain't got no new name. I'm just albino. Well, call me Sammy Sosa too for 2 days. Yeah, I'm Sammy Sosa too. I damn sure ain't black for 2 days.
So
I love my niggas, but I'm embarrassed by that shit. That was crazy. And we got to bring Shane back because I'm really shamed by that.
Definitely got to bring him back. And they had to put a dark skinned nigga on top of that. Damn.
Here go this nigga right here, boy. Man, just say you don't like black men. God damn, man.
I'm just saying, man, they always find them dark skinned niggas to make, kind of make cools out of. I don't know why, but that's just what I see.
Here go this nigga right here, boy. Okay, so why you think that is then? Let's go down that rabbit hole. Why do you think that is?
I guess they want to get to the root of the problem. Wow. Shit.
Because he don't represent men anymore. The person that went up there and did that, although he was of a darker hue, he doesn't represent men.
Man, the hell about all that identity shit, dude. It's a man. It's what I see. Now you can't tell me if I'm seeing black that I'm supposed to say that I see white. No,
hey man, I need some of that goddamn swagger ass you on this morning. You ain't bullshit with that.
No, man. See shit like that, I don't like, man. I don't like all that identity shit. What I see is what it is. You ain't gonna change my mind.
They use a darker complexion to pull us more in. You know what I mean?
That's what they do.
They're always gonna do that.
And say that one more time, EJ. They do what now?
They're gonna use the darker. They're gonna use the darker complexion to pull us in.
Oh yeah, okay. Man,
you give me KB though. Like that's what they do. Like they use like so say for instance a woman going through something. Just use the darker complexion of a woman. The darker, the more the story gonna get out there. Sometimes, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's crazy, though, man. I just can't see how people think this shit was a good look, man. I'm talking about, golly.
I just seen the title and I said, "What the fuck?"
That's what I thought. Immediately when I saw that shit, I'm like, "Oh hell no, I'm going live." I ain't even put no time in between my time going live. I said, I'm going live right now. As soon as the video went off, I went live.
Now, mind you, a lot of people was not a lot. He went live on this one for I think about 7 hours. I jumped in early. Your boy got in early on the deal. But a lot of people are probably sharing this video as we speak or highlighting their specific parts of being on the panel because he went all day. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes, Kwame is getting it in and doing a lot of things we don't know about. But for this specific panel, I think it's very important for us to highlight this type of stuff. It's not normal in today's society for black men to get together and talk like this. I know we had a woman on the panel later, but they hate this. Like I said before, it's about building. I think the problem is black men don't build with each other anymore. We have to look for white affirmation. Shout out to my white people. Love you. Especially you bunties. Give me that burning love. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But what I'm saying is that I have nothing, no problem against white people, but as black people, we need to work more with each other than what we do.
Democrats' version of outreach, black outreach. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep saying that Trump is making noise with the black people, with black men. So this is the Democrats' version. Get the black man out there with a dress to kiss the kiss the hand.
Oh no, not dress.
Right,
That's
Too.
all.
right.
That's all y'all get. That's all y'all gonna get for voting Democrat. Kiss my hand.
Ain't that what he said? You ain't black, you don't vote. You don't vote Democrat. I said, Joe, tripping.
How did he get a pass on that? How did he get a pass nationally with that statement? If we truly have no power in the media as black people, I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? They can put across any kind of narrative they want, and that's what they do.
Right, and if it's catchy, you know the media gonna roll with it. If it's catchy, catch the eyes or the views. I think the news anchors do the same thing. They for the views. Whatever.
Y'all hear Charlamagne say? He say, "I understand what he was trying to say." Charlamagne the God said, "I understood what he was trying to say." I said, "What? Come on, man."
Charlamagne the cool.
But you know,
it's my personal opinion.
You know, but they pay, like you say, they pay these people to keep us at the bottom. Systematic, well over 50 to 60 years, you know what I'm saying? Started back in the days. That's why I said, how did Lyndon B. Johnson know what he know to say I'll have niggas voting Democrat for the next 100 years? How did he know that?
It was all planned.
I love that we got this forum. I love that we got this forum to talk with other black men around the country, you know what I'm saying, and not be on some old crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, like they try to portray most brothers as talking, that we can actually talk with some common sense and logic and have a conversation around the topic, and it be a good conversation for everybody. I love that shit. And we definitely need to do more. I think we definitely need to do more of that. You know what I'm saying? Enough brothers don't talk amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? They used to call it building. That's what they used to call it. You know, so I don't think it's a disconnect from that, where our brothers go quick to aggression instead of talking through things. I think we got away from that. We used to be on that, you know, amongst each other. And I think, you know, there's a lot of outside factors that contribute to that. I'm well aware of that, you know what I'm saying? But I think in terms of problems amongst our community, we don't speak enough on black crime. There's certain sectors of the black community that think that that's a myth, you know what I'm saying? And it's other issues where they elevate the women, where every black man ain't crap. And some of the men lead with their wallet, you know what I'm saying? So you just can't.
Now, goddamn, I'm a self-critic. I'm a self-critic, y'all. I'm a self-critic. Goddamn. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? That's just part of, I guess, the New York in me from when I used to live up there. Sometimes it comes out of me. But it's like, damn, I keep saying that so many times.
Rough situation, and hopefully that we can break out of it. I think we can. I think it's some kind of awakening going on, but it's going to take a little bit more, I think, from everyday us to step our games up, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no choice. I got grandchildren, goddammit. So I got to do what I got to do. But I love this form of talking with other brothers.
Well, I hate to disagree. I don't think it's gonna be no great awakening. I think motherfuckers do anything for a check. I think when people get down on their luck and they don't have the mental fortitude as granddad and grandma, where they can make plates on the side of the road, sell watermelon, do things like that, that they have their own source of income where they didn't have to do certain things that was immoral. I think today's men and women, as soon as they get down on their luck, they all got a price and they all succumb to it. And it don't matter what type of immoral shit, even down to killing that they have to do, they'll do it.
I was
I agree
told the
because you know
wrong
what I'm
age
saying.
part.
That's
My,
crazy.
my,
That's the crazy part, you know.
It's an interesting thing that you said. You know, said you put the money in front of a man who knows what you'll do. You know, what I'm saying, with the money right in front of you. I like to think I got morals and principles, but you know, yeah, you definitely have a point. You know, everybody got a price.
I mean, if you get put up in a sticky situation, yeah, somebody gonna do whatever for some money. Especially if they've never been in that sticky situation before. But I was told a
Definitely,
long time ago, if everybody does a little, won't nobody have to do a lot. Plain and simple.
for sure.
Facts.
Right. True statement. That's facts.
So
But yeah, man, we're gonna have to get them. It's gonna have to be. You gotta be with your family unit. Like we gotta be more localized. Like we gotta get with them family members that's in the town. Excuse me, that we may not be talking to, and you gotta make amends. We gotta start having close knit families, closer knit families. So this about to get crazy.
You know,
I think it also comes down to financial literacy. A lot of us are not financially literate, so I think that's been a lot of the problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get it together later in life, but in my early 20s, I can remember, you know, I could make thousands of dollars and then blow it and be broke the next day, and really it didn't matter to me. Instead of putting that money towards something, you know.
Man, who you telling? Who you telling? Shoot.
or saving it,
Through.
or saving it. Like I can go to a level where I was at. Just go to the most thing you love doing the most that you don't really need to spend your money on. Just pause, take that money and put it to the side.
A lot of us fell victim to that. If you don't understand, a lot of us fell victim to that. Tell me, if you were in your early 20s, was you thinking about really investing for your future? No, I was not. I was not. As a lot of black men wasn't. I wasn't the only one. But you know what I'm saying? We're not financially literate. And that's the point that I was trying to come across to the panel when I was on there. You know what I'm saying? We are not financially literate as black people as we should be. We used to be. We knew that at one time. That's why they dropped bombs, genocide, everything under the sun. Because a lot of black people knew that. But it's good to talk with other black men, because in this era of black girl rock, which I have no problem with, you know what I'm saying? But like other black men are saying, ladies, don't forget about the black man. Now, if your dude ain't shit, he ain't nothing, I understand that. I totally get it. If he ain't shit, then you deserve to do better. I knock that not. I knock that not. But what I'm saying, ladies, is that black men are important too. This is the bottom line. I want you to have everything you want in life, but don't think that in some situations, sisters, that you don't need your black man, especially if you got a good one. A lot of us ain't no good. But let's continue.
Yeah, man, but they train us to steer, man. They train us. We need this. They train, like they program us
If they
to.
training, you ain't paying attention because you got a strong mind, though. So you ain't even listening to that. If you don't listen to it, it don't affect you.
True that.
You know what I mean? So don't even worry about it. Like whatever, just keep stacking.
That's what they try to. No, what I'm saying, they try to. That's what they try to train us to do. Like we need this, we need that. You have to buy this, you have to buy that.
Right. See.
And it's all material.
Right.
It's all material.
Right.
Materialism.
And the needing and wanting is two different things.
Facts.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Everybody needs something. Everybody wants something. The wanting is just, that's like me. I'd be like, one day I want me a Lamborghini. You want it, but it ain't what I need right now. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So the needs and wants is different. So they got to understand that first before they move on to be more, legitimate in their arguments, what they talking about, in my opinion.
And that's a damn sure great point, because like I said, in my 20s, I didn't know what I needed and I didn't know what I wanted. So, you know what I'm saying? That's something through life experience that I was able to pass down to my sons coming up, as opposed to what not to do in your 20s, so that when they get to my age now, they'll be better equipped to move forward. But I damn sure didn't know what I needed or I wanted, and I just lived. You know what I'm saying? I just call it simple as I was just living. You know what I'm saying? You're out there, chasing hoes, ripping and running the streets, doing whatever, and you just call blowing money like that living life, until life catches up to you. And then, you have the time to get serious. But you can mess around and blow 10 years just running around in the streets if you're not paying attention and get caught up in that. It's very easy. But you have to grow and you have to change. That's all I can say.
Yeah, the school money up on nothing they got going on. Mm-hmm. And that to me is the biggest problem. We spend so much money. We don't have no money to put up because we always constantly trying to look like we got money, to the point where we're just buying a bunch of liabilities. The average person, and I was one of them, so I'm not speaking from a position of like I'm better than somebody. I'm just saying, just like the brothers Kris said, when he was younger, he thought one way. Now that he's more mature, he thinks another way. That's the same thing I'm saying. You got to grow and change. All I had was a bunch of liabilities, a bunch of cars, houses that wasn't making me no money, jewelry, all kind of shit that ain't making you no money. That's a liability. And so I thought in that way because I was taught to make it look good. You got the Rolls Royce, you got the drop tops, you got all this shit, but they ain't making you no money. While our white counterparts are buying dump trucks. I used to sit and talk to some of my white players, teammates, and they had leasing companies when they were in the league. And I was like, what the fuck is a leasing company? I wish I would have paid more attention at the time. But they just he had a company where he bought a bunch of dump trucks, a bunch of tractor trailers, and he didn't even have to put no money down. Because of his residual income and his credit score, they gave him the money to buy it. And so he was leasing out and leasing out dump trucks and dump bed trailers to contractors. And that's how he was making money on the side while in the league. And none of my black friends, none of us was doing that. We was just going to the strip club.
That's an important point, because you see in certain situations, the parent is living their best life through the child when they get that money. So they getting it fucked up from the jump. You know what I'm saying? When the dad or the mom out there living their best life, you know what I'm saying? So I can see where that situation can get tricked up if you don't have the right parenting in place. when you do get them kids do start making a lot of money.
Yeah,
Hell,
because
I'm kicking myself in the ass.
most of these kids are gonna come from broken homes. So it's just mama. So they gotta have some infrastructure around these kids to what they can do with this money. Otherwise, like you say, mama gonna get tricked on by a man. She gonna be spending that boy money on the nigga that's in jail. And the young man gonna be frustrated as hell. And then his life can turn out worse. That's the thing you don't understand. These NIL deals is like hitting the lottery. And most people that hit the lottery, their life end up worse. So once you had a taste of money and you lose it all, yeah, it can be worse for you.
Let me ask you something, KB. Like, why you think it's that way? Like, when they get the money, they just fall off. Because I've seen like quarterbacks, for example, they was like, all-time great. They shine, you know what I mean? Throw the ball, they get you, they move the chains, and then once they get that big payout, they don't seem like the same guy that they was, after they get the payout. So
Well,
like, why you think it is that way? You know what I mean?
in my opinion, in our community, is too much of nigga we made it instead of nigga he made it. And you have a lot of these young black males, they under pressure. Most of these guys, they make it out their neighborhood and the street niggas put a tax on them. Most of these guys from the inner city, they make it from where they from, and it's somebody saying you ain't no real nigga. And so these black young males are being assaulted and done dirty in the streets because to me, there's too much negative energy around a black male because he has money.
Yeah.
That's fact. Right.
I think it makes it hard for it. That's what they always say. Why when the dude get the money, he can't go back home and build something? It's hard. Ask a lot of the people that was rich and made it and would try to go back to where they're from and lose their life. You know what I'm saying? Because of
They'll
some
try to
dumb
kill you.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
They try to put me in the cross all the time. I just learned to stay out the way. Like, you gotta really go out your way to fuck with me in my hometown, cause I'm nowhere niggas at. Like, I'm on Jekyll. I know how to move. I'm on my property. I'm doing my thing. So I ain't saying nobody can't do whatever they gonna do, but you have to go out your way. And if you're gonna go home in the capacity of being a businessman. A lot of these cats, and even I done it. I went home just to show off some cars, or just to go out, just to go to the club, or just to do this. I don't do that. I no longer participate in that. So I'm out the way. You know what I mean? I go home, you see me, I'm digging up some stumps. I'm doing something to one of my properties. And I ain't saying you can't go out and enjoy yourself, but it's a way to do everything. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
Only knew how little people care about you. You probably give two birds about what they do. Focus on you, do what you got to do to better yourself, and then everything else follows.
That's facts.
Definitely. It takes me back to when I was young. When you talk about mind not developing and stuff. When I went to college, I thought I wanted to be a business lawyer. You know what I'm saying? That's what I had that thought of being. So, but in actuality, I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I went to college. And so I was just there, you know what I'm saying? I had fun, you know what I'm saying? I went to college, I went to class for about a month before I started not going to class and just going to all the parties and playing basketball every day, all day, because they had a court at JMU. Shout out JMU, Harrisonburg, Virginia. But I think a lot of us, when we was younger, especially if you went to college, because I could remember in high school, we had a JRTC program. That was like a technical vocational skill. They taught you all that stuff. I thought it was cool, but I wanted to go to college. So, because that's what I thought you did. I thought, you go to college and then you find a career. But I was too young to really sit down and focus on what I wanted to do as a career. So therefore, when I got to college, I was just buck wild. Now, I don't regret the consequences after college, you know what I'm saying, because I met my children's mother and I wouldn't have my babies to this day if I didn't go to JMU. But had I went and became a carpenter, had I went and become a plumber, or around my way, welding was a big job. They got welders, underwater welders that make big money. And I could have done that, but I went to college without no direction. And I think a lot of us fall victim to that. Like I did, I had some unwanted debt. So I guess if you can say anything that Joe Biden did, they forgave some of my student debt. We give you one, Joe. We give you one.
Right.
But a lot
I don't
of us is immature.
on debt.
But you know what though? A lot of people, and this is why I didn't push my son to go to college like that, because a lot of adults, we as parents sometimes want our kids to do what we didn't do or the same thing that we did do. So if we went to this
Right.
college, we want our kids to go to this college. But that might not be the path they want to take. And so I kind of let him pick what he wanted to do. But at some point, I had to force my hand. Since you don't want to go to college, the trade-off is you got to go get 3 trades. Because once you possess 3 trades, I know you good. And so that's what he's doing now. So he's not getting any debt. I'm his daddy, so I'm gonna eat all the debt until he's 25, and it is what it is. He'll thank me later, and just duplicate the cycle for your son or your daughter.
Definitely.
That's real, KB. Facts.
Yeah.
So he's what? That's like, dumb. That's right. You gotta sacrifice something. You do all the hard pain and suffering until they get to the point where they're able to carry their own and have backers with it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing better than that.
So Chris,
At 18, I was a self-proclaimed man. See, from when I was 16 to 17, I still had curfew at home. So as soon as I turned 18, I told my people, my grandparents, I said, I'm a man now. I stood up and poked my chest out. They just laughed at me. So when I turned 18, I thought I was a man. I was a whole man then. So, I ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know no better running out there, I ain't gonna blame it on the fam, you know what I'm saying, or the fact that my mom raised me, you know what I'm saying. I call him a sperm donor, you know what I'm saying. I asked my mom to keep it real. I was like, did he want to be in my life, or did you keep me from him? I wanted to know that. And she gave him the opportunity to be in my life. He didn't take it, and it was so ironic because I found myself at a time of my life where I was out of college and I was on these streets, if you know what I mean. And who of all people want to try to buy something from me? Is this sperm donor of mine? So, I'm like, damn, come on, man. You want this from me? So it was one of those things to where life hits you full circle. You make bad decisions when you're young. And if you don't have the proper guidance, so I ain't gonna say, because my people, they gave me the guidance. I just didn't listen because I was hard-headed. I had a great-grandfather and great-grandfather. I just didn't listen to what they were trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Or my granny. She said, keep your name off them books. I ain't know what she was talking about, but she was telling me some real stuff. And then when I did meet my children's mama, she was like, you need to give that girl a name, boy. And, she ended up being right in the end, but at that time, I wasn't trying to pay no attention. I wasn't trying to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I guess you have to go through things, because I could say, yeah, I should have went and became an electrician. But like I said before, I wouldn't have had my children. So I can regret certain things, but I wouldn't trade my kids for the world. But I think it's one of those things that where, I think we need to learn that lesson sooner than later as black men. You know what I'm saying? You may not get the opportunity to live as long as we live in now. So that's why I tried to hand down to my sons. My oldest son, he had to see me through the glass and he broke down crying. So that stuck with me. So when I got my chance to get it right, that's what I did. I took that full opportunity to get it right. Now, am I doing the best? You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a struggle. But I think that's why I said, I think I'm hopeful for the future. They're pushing a societal breakdown. They're pushing that. I think, in my opinion, I think that they're trying to push for a societal breakdown. That's why you got them rolling electricity thing that's going on in California where the lights go out. Then a few years ago, they beta tested cutting off people's food stamps. I think they trying to poke and prod to get society to break down. That's why you think they want to see the worst of us in human beings. But I'm optimistic for the future, and I think for the best. That's why I think that brothers working together is part of it, in my opinion. But I know some of us niggas is ignorant.
Well, yeah, man, that's the key. You know, you don't want your. I got 2 kids myself. I got a boy and a girl, and you know, you don't want your kids making the same mistakes. I'm a firm believer that, you know, nothing happens without a reason. So I believe I went through the things I went through so that I can help the next person, whether it's my kids or whether it's one of my peers, to help the next person not to fall in that same pothole.
So, Kris, you couldn't make it 30 days of going to class, man?
Yeah, what happened?
30 days.
Yeah, what happened?
Man, you know, on them college campuses, the women to men ratio was like 5 to 1. So, you know, I can keep my.
That threw you off getting your getting your education though. Come on,
30 days, man. God damn.
Come on, bro.
Hey, it was wild back in them days. They had the go-go club. They had all the little parties. Bismarck, he was the DJ. Man, well, shoot, I was living it up in college with no money. But think of like they said, I guess in Tiffany Henyard's town. She's in charge of her budget is $30 million. How easy do you think, you know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about morals earlier, for you to look around and see is nobody there and you got $30 million in front of you. You know, so are you going to scam? You know, in a lot of these cases, that's what I think go on. And these people get taught that.
Ain't that the same lady that went to Vegas off that money?
Yeah.
Or was that a politician?
But they asked her, they said, did you ever been to Vegas? She said, no comment.
That was her. Okay. Ooh, I know they was spending money in Vegas too, because Vegas ain't cheap at all.
And then I guess you got Fonnie Willis in Georgia. She taking trips on taxpayer money. You got the other city girl politicians. They living it up on taxpayer money. I guess it's open season. And then they claim that we are broke as Americans, or they have no money. They got all the money for the illegal immigrants, but no money for us.
Yeah, but you got to think about it, man. They've been doing this shit for decades, man. You know, taking taxpayer money and going on trips and shit like that overseas and shit. You know, I mean, they've been doing this shit for decades. I mean, so what's new that they do it now on a local level?
Is your food done?
Whenever you had Congress and shit, and senators flying overseas and shit, having business meetings with other folks overseas, and they ain't supposed to. I'm just saying.
You too, but the back.
That's why a lot of people rob, steal, and kill to get to Congress or get to Washington. I think it's real ironic that Eddie Murphy made that movie back in the days, Distinguished Gentleman. I was young, so I really didn't pay attention to it. But as I looked at it as I got older, he faked his identity, which is a lot of congressmen and senators out there that changed their name. They're not the same. They're not the person that they was. I looked it up. It's weird that a lot of our congressmen, they have changed their name. They're not the same person. You know what I'm saying? They become somebody else. And that's what he did in that movie to get to Congress. And a lot of people have done that. They said it's one of the biggest hustles in the world, getting into Congress. You get money for speaking at these events, $5,000 here, $10,000 here. Then you're on this appropriations committee where it's in charge of billions. So the corruption is easy to see. Saying it's just who's pulling them levers.
Now, I was told a long time ago by a certain white man that worked at Capitol Hill that Congress only worked the Congress only worked about 30 days out the whole year, if that.
Wow.
I said, what? And they make how much?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Quick question.
I said, I'm the wrong line of work. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Quick question. Do you think law is law or law is relationship?
I think it's relationship. I don't think it's law. I think it only applies to certain people, in my opinion. That's what I've seen over my 40 plus years of living.
What people? Is it the people with the money? Because they be doing the money dance. So let me know about that.
I say people with money and people that they like, or people that can make them some money, or make them an influence in order to make some more money. But money is at the number one level, and control.
It's definitely and it's definitely about relationships. You know, you get all of, especially in this small town of mine, you know, it's the good old boy network. But a lot of brothers then got jammed up down here and thought they were going to bring a high-paying lawyer from somewhere else, and found out that you don't know nobody down here, and it's a commonwealth. So you know, you better know somebody that knows somebody in these legal systems, like the sister was saying.
Quick question. Sorry, quick question. Who supervised the Supreme Court?
The Chief Justice, and it's supposed to be oversight by the Judicial Committee of the United States.
Now I think I blew. I think I blew her mind right here. But you know what I'm saying? This is because I pay attention. I pay attention to what's going on. But I think I blew her mind right here. She asked a question, and she got an answer.
States, but we all know they don't have no jurisdiction over that. But that's who's supposed to be supervising them.
Who you think supervised Clarence Thomas?
Chief Justice Roberts. He's the one that brings the agendas forward. They can't, whatever case that comes before the Supreme Court or whatever decisions that are to be made, the Chief Justice sets the table. It's just like the Speaker of the House, and it's just like the Senate Majority Leader. That's why those positions are so powerful. No bill gets put before Congress without the Senate Majority or the Speaker of the House. And it's the same with the judicial system. No court cases or laws go before the Supreme Court without the Chief Justice. And now who controls him? I say those who are not named. Who controls him? Those who are not named. I'll just say that. Don't unalive me, people. I said that before. Don't unalive me.
Don't unalive me. Sorry, man.
Chop, chop. Teachable.
Boy, they're gonna come after your ass, not for saying too much.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy.
This is a learning space right here. So, you know, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, KB.
Sorry, I was just keeping it true.
And to think that it all started from Kwame said, what has Joe Biden done?
That's what he said before.
To this conversation. That's crazy. But it's definitely a wonderful that you do this, Kwame. You know, so I love the all the smoke stuff. I love all that. It's funny to hear the brothers come up and be chirping. I like to come up sometimes, bros. I can roast too, but you know what I'm saying? This is more important. I love when you do the serious stuff like these or talk about issues and you give other people the platform to talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think it's all about. You know what I'm saying? We don't communicate enough as a people. I'm a forever optimist, even in the face of shit. So I think bright for the future. I have to. I have grandchildren. So I'm trying to think bright for them. But the platform you give, Kwame, for regular people to talk You should be commended for that. And that's why a lot of people don't like you, is because you have these conversations with regular people. And on that note, I'm out. I'll let your boy, Kris Barber, YouTube.